Good morning, and I thought I would just spend a few minutes this morning just giving you a brief background as to what the 365 Challenge is about, how it came about. For those who remember last year, there was a charity awareness campaign called the 22-22-22 Challenge, which was a nominated person was supposed to be doing 22 press-ups for 22 days to signify that 22 ex-service men and women committed suicide every day. And I was taking part, and I worked out that equated to 8,030 men and women a year. So 22 days was really a nothing amount of time. But then I started thinking about all the people that could be suffering from PTSD, and I suddenly realised that I had been one of those people. I got bullied mercilessly when I was from 14 to 16, kicked to pieces. I then was involved in a series of car smashes in my late teens. And every time I heard on television a car smash or a film, or I saw bullying, it would just traumatise me again. Then I had, as I got older, things like my wonderful wife Melanie discovering she had breast cancer, and I had the trauma of telling her not to be so silly, but fortunately she didn't listen to me and she went to the doctor, and both our sons being very ill, and I had this guilt that was causing me to become irrational, and at one point I wanted to drive my car into a brick wall. I fortunately got counselling, and that saved my life. Every day we read about things and we see things, including just recent. In the last month, we had someone driving along Westminster Bridge, killing people. The people who survived with horrific injuries will potentially have post-traumatic stress disorder. Be very lucky if they're not. But we forget about the people who witnessed the atrocity. Not just those there, but those at home watching on TV. What about only just this weekend in Sweden? A lorry into the store, and there are people in the basement who came out, and they didn't know what had happened, but they just saw police with guns. When I talked about this on the radio a few months ago, I was approached by a lady. I'm not going to say her name. Well, actually, it's Alice, lovely lady, who asked me if it's possible to have post-traumatic stress disorder if you didn't witness an event. And I said yes. I'm not going to say exactly why she asked me, but it was quite sad, her story. But we all hear stories, and we all know people that have suffered some form of trauma or other. So the idea was to put together a campaign that would make people aware of this is happening. So how does it work? Well, 365 work. Why does it work? Well, the whole idea is you commit yourself to taking part in 365 sessions of exercise a day. For 365 days, not 365 days. And each session is a rep of something. So in the first case, it's 22 reps. Now, what is a rep? Well, it could be lifting a mug up 22 times. It could be, and Ollie's just walked into the room. Say hello, Ollie.
Hello.
And
Hi.
it could be, once you get to day 100, it could be you'll do 30 a day. And then day 200, you do 40 a day. When you get to day 300, it's 50 a day. So why does that work? Well, it works on 2 points. The first point is for that minute to 2 minutes a day, you do release the endorphins. It gives you something to concentrate. And there's a couple of people have told me it allows them to just clear their mind of the stress that they're suffering. The other thing that happens is it makes people who are watching what we're doing aware that they may have this. And I know now through our website, I've been told that by a couple of counsellors that people have been in touch with them who, having seen our efforts on film through Facebook and YouTube, are actually finding it therapeutic. and they've realised they're in that, and they're going now starting therapy to help them. So we know it is making people's lives better. And then we have just the pleasure of taking part in it. We're not asking people to raise money, but you don't have just to do an exercise. Of those who've been following Mel, yesterday or the other day made 22 coconut pyramids. The fabulous Susan Shirley, who takes part regularly, can't get into a gym, so she walks or she does some gardening. Or it doesn't matter what you do, as long as you're doing something. Anyway, I hope that explains what the 365 Challenge is all about. If you'd like to know some more information, please visit our Facebook page. That's quite cool. We've now got a YouTube channel. We've even got a website, and that obviously gives more information about the people who can help you. There's some counsellors, there's PTSD websites, connections, Samaritan's Mind. Talk to people who you believe may be stressed. Get them involved. Take up the challenge. It's great fun. And if you want some advice about gym work and what exercise to do, pop along to your local gym group. There are 86 of them around the country. Contact me if you wish. I haven't got a problem. But take it up and have fun. Remember, no one is asked for any money. This is all about doing something for the sake of doing it. Anyway, hope that explains everything. Thank you.